quiet. And today we'll be having a topic which, of course, this month, from 25th of this month to 10th of December, is 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. So we are using this also to commemorate it and to officially launch the TOCAM. So we'll be discussing a call to action against gender-based violence. And of course, our speakers are already on set. We have Jen Clark. She's the information officer of U.S. Embassy in Nigeria. Okay. And I believe she's already here with us.
Of course she is. She is online with us. Hello, Miss Jen L. Clark. We're delighted to have you here with us. I hope you are well. And just sort of still part of what we're talking about, how are you observing the 16 days of gender-based violence that is holding on right now? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's very true, because I know somebody who told me something a couple of years ago.
Yes.
If you see no evil, quote unquote, you hear no evil, quote unquote, and you say no evil, quote unquote, then you are evil.
That is true. That is true. And remember what a wise man said, that it's not them that is evil triumph, not because of them that do the evil, but also because of those who see the evil
and keep quiet. Silent. So if the good people don't do something, then there's definitely going to be a problem. We also expect Dorothy Njamanze, who happens to be a human rights activist and the founder of the Dorothy Njamanze Foundation, to be with us very shortly. I believe some traffic situations are holding her back, so we'll rebuke every traffic situation. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen. So let's speak to you, Miss Clark. Yeah. So as we mark this year's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, what does it mean to the United States of America? Would like to know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for that. So, just to anyone who's listening right now, you can be a part of this program. It's 0946000969. That's the number you can call, or 080999920, or rather 30174. And if you want to send a message to WhatsApp, it's 08099992075. That's the number that you can call or send a message to. But we'll be opening the phone lines and in a couple of minutes. But you can send your messages or your comments or your reports down to WhatsApp at any time, and we will definitely run through them as quickly as we can.
Yes, thank you very much. You can also watch this program live on Facebook. If you visit our Facebook page, TOCAM, from the word TALKAM, TOCAM on Facebook, you'll be watching us live. And if you have any comments, any question, please do so.
All right, I already see some calls coming in. We will open the phone lines in a bit, so it's not yet time to take those calls. Like I already said, you can make any reports that you want to concerning any case of gender-based violence or whatever kind of abuse of human rights it is that you're noticing. Even though right now we're trying to focus more on cases of gender-based violence. Yeah, that's about
violence against women,
yes,
girls,
children, boys,
and men.
Just make sure that you can report it when we open the lines to you. So let me just quickly ask Ms. Clark, how has the United States mission been supporting Nigerians to tackle gender-based violence and trafficking in persons?
Sure, we have a variety of programs that assist in this area. The biggest partner is through our PEPFAR and USAID direct healthcare provisions. In 16 states, we support HIV programs, and in addition to that, in 6 of those states, we directly support the SARC, which are the sexual abuse recovery centers, which provides direct care and services to survivors of violence. Included in this investment is a very large awareness building campaign, as well as funding the call-in line for people that are experiencing gender-based violence, providing a safety network to individuals who experience violence in their intimate partnerships is an important way to help them begin to plan. In addition to USAID's investment in the SARCs and PEPFAR in the health centers, you may have seen through our public affairs office, we run a grants program. Our grants program is what helps bring your program to people in the north. But we also helped launch an End Rape website in Lagos this week.
Wow, that's amazing.
Health initiative. We funded Girls Without Boundaries. We founded Rwandan Against Domestic Violence. And people who are interested in submitting proposals as to how to reach their community and help people experiencing violence in their personal, intimate relationships will see that every year we put out a notice of funding opportunity, and women's empowerment is certainly one aspect of fighting gender-based violence that we support, and we will accept applications from both individuals and nonprofit organizations.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, the Tokan project is also part of what the U.S. Embassy is doing, and they supported us to start this program, which is going to impact many people across Nigeria. So we really commend the U.S. Embassy. Thank you for your work in Nigeria and across Africa.
All right. So can I just quickly ask you, on a personal level, as an advocate, because I believe that is what you are, against gender-based violence and all other forms of human rights abuses, could you share with us, and of course hiding the identities of the parties involved, one case that stands out for you when it came to defending or fighting for justice and the rights of an individual who was abused in one way or the other?
In this case, I will speak in my capacity. I am an attorney with the Bar of New York State, and so I've represented many women, and I think it's very important to realize we have to look at the situation holistically.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, a person trying to leave a relationship is at the most dangerous point when they actually leave. So when people often look down on individuals experiencing violence and saying, why don't they just leave or walk away? Well, they might have a child in common, or they might not have financial means to just walk away. And it's important to be able to have a strong rule of law system that recognizes that recognizes we have to provide safety and separation first, but we also have to recognize that there has to be some kind of means to be able to support oneself, and we don't want to put people in more harm by just telling them to just leave. So we want to be able to build a strong safety net, which will include participation from many people.
Okay, thank you. So let me ask this question, because like you already said, there are people who we can't just tell them leave. Yes. Let's look at the abuser, not the abused. What do you think is running through the mind of a person who will go out of their way to harm a fellow human being? What causes these things?
I think the psychological experts will tell you it's a power imbalance.
Okay.
Yeah. Individuals or the abusers feel power within their own life, and the only way they can feel power is to dominate someone else. And so, whether it be hardships economically, that they're unemployed, or even though we see people of the highest professions engaging in violence. So it's a form of domination. Sometimes substance abuse is involved, but that's certainly not the cause. It's just another factor to weigh in. But it's a fundamental human belief that you have the right to do harm to someone else, which we need to change as a society.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Ms. Clark. And joining us in the studio right now is Dorothy Njamanze, who is a human rights activist and the founder of the Dorothy Njamanze Foundation. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming to LA.
As I was climbing up the staircase, I was directing somebody who just reported a rape case on what to do.
I know you've been, everywhere, trying to tackle gender-based violence.
So rape happened in Nyanya, and so we have to get medical care.
Even as we speak,
now. Right now, as I was coming up the staircase.
This happens every hour.
And it happens every time. But the question is, we are all first responders. Do we have capacity to help people get what they need?
Yeah.
And so if we don't help with the medicals now, we may lose a lot of evidence that the police would need.
Yeah.
And also, they may have reported to police. In some of these cases, we find out that they've reported several times and nothing has happened. So when we come in...
Being somebody who has been involved in many of these cases, let's not lie. In this part of the world, people tend to point fingers at the victim. Why were you there?
Yes.
What were you doing there?
What
did you do?
Yes.
I admit that happens a lot. But it's also important for people to know that you can go to jail just for doing that.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yes, you can go to jail just for doing that. And so before the end of the program, I think we should do something that may be fun.
Yeah.
If you can tell me three progressive laws that can, be used to address sexual and gender-based violence that exists and are justiciable in Abuja, you get 5,000 naira.
Okay, I think before we start, let's just have a background.
So that let's know who knows these
laws.
Yes.
So Dorothy, I want to ask you, what does gender-based violence mean to you?
Yes.
Gender-based violence is violence done to people just because of their gender. Okay. And why is it that there's a possibility that there's violence done just because of gender? I'll give you one that many people are conversant with and one that people are not so conversant with, right? Men and women. You are lovey-dovey up until when you say I do. But the moment you say I do, the man becomes the head, the woman becomes the tail. He stops to ask, have you eaten? It is, I eat only fresh food every day. And all those things. She no more becomes a human being. So just because she's female, you expect that she relinquishes a lot of her human rights. Just because she's female, you expect that all the going to school she did, all her aspirations drop. Because she is female.
Just to feed your ego.
Just to feed your ego, actually. Just because she's female, you expect her to drop her job that pays better than yours so that she does not, become more manly. Yeah. That's one of the people. Now, there are also human beings that have physical and other attributes of males and females. They are the intersex. Those people, we don't even consider them. There are 40 variations of people that are intersex. And so because you don't even recognize that they exist, you don't even take them into cognizance. I'll give a typical example. If they go to a public place, do they go into the male toilet or the female toilet?
Good question.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so at the end of this day, does it stop them from being human because they have, physical attributes of males and females? Absolutely not. And we haven't even taken into cognizance these things. Okay. Now, for the women, a lot more violence is done to women because, so everybody has something. There's a book I think a lot of people have on what should happen to women's bodies. But please, who is telling us what should happen to the bodies of men? We've not had those conversations. A woman should be born like this. A woman should do this. A woman should learn this so that she will be able to feed her husband. Excuse me, what should the man learn so that he's able to feed the wife? Yes. What should the man learn so that he's able to bring the children up? What should a man learn so that cleanliness around the house is not, relegated? What should a man learn? How should a man dress? Okay. Yes, and then when rape happens to men, is it because of the way they were dressed? Okay. The way we ask questions. So you see, these are fundamental human rights issues.
But men can be raped.
Men are raped on a constant. Men are raped by men. Men are raped by women.
But it seems that there is not much conversation on the rape against men.
There's a reason for that.
People don't speak out.
There's a reason for that. The systems already have it on record that there are more rapes against women. Yes. And there are no systems to help women to go through that. Yes. So how do you convince somebody who has been traumatized to further traumatize the person's self by subjecting the person's self to places that don't have systems to help the person? Okay. Yeah. And that's the only thing. We have reduced these issues to woman issue instead of human issue.
Thank you very much. That's really
instead of human issue. And when we find out it's a human issue, then we'll build systems that encourage everybody to be effective first responders, such as TOCAM.
Yes.
And would also use systems like TOCAM, for instance, to amplify if people are having challenges in law enforcement. Then they will do what? They will TOCAM. Yes. They reported to this place and they did not answer them the way they're supposed to answer them. What do? You TOCAM. You have seen something happening, they have reported to the pastor is trying to cover up. What do? You TOCAM. So everything you TOCAM. They say a silent mouth is a silent destiny. Everything that happens around us is what we have permitted. Yeah. So can we at least start having evidence of people saying, in my neighborhood, there's one person that's always beating a little girl who they use as house girl. This is the exact location. When we start having all those things, then it's easy to track predators. Yes. Predators they're having a field day in so many places because they believe nothing will happen. Yeah. They believe if they look at you and you tell them, if they tell you it is family matter, you will keep quiet. Family matter now waiting the torturing person, now waiting the jollificate people. Family matter no they pain anybody. The one way they pain anybody na violence. That's all. Yes.
So okay. Let me throw this question. Okay, or Uncle Joe, I think you should ask this question.
Yes, just to action. Most times people talk about gender-based violence and people just speak out. Yeah. Speaking out for me is not enough. So what action do you think citizens need to take to tackle gender-based violence?
Number one, you must know your legal provisions and you must know legal procedures. If something happens, what do you do? Okay. We've had cases where they reported rape. Everybody was so angry. By the time we mobilized our people to get to the place where the pikin where they rape now, we don't bath am because you say as you go carry us go hospital. So the cloth where you wear before not really clean like that. So we come bath am, make the dirty no dey show. Make doctor fit see am well. Make she fine for doctor eye.
So the evidence is.
You have just done a lot of things to a lot of our evidences. As I see the cloth, the cloth blood, the cloth plenty. It can they pay me now? Wash the cloths. You don't wash evidence for months.
Wow.
So you solved it. And then there was a particular case that stood out for us. It was reported, it was brought to our knowledge by the police. And the family didn't have money to take that child to hospital. Yeah. The child had heard, some people went to their village for an advocacy visit in this Abuja. And the child had heard that if you wash, you're going to destroy evidence. The child refused to take a bath. Wow. The child saw us after the 14th day. It was on the 14th day that the child saw us, and the child was linked to us through the police. Because the family of the child refused to bathe that child till the 14th day. So the child was turned to a perfect culture medium. Wow. Well, for what it's worth, this is the importance of your advocacies. Yes. That's why I shared that story. So what should people do? Everybody is an active first responder. Yeah. Your actions or inactions are what determine whether we are safe or we are not safe. Yes. If it's okay for you in your neighborhood for a man to beat his wife successfully, then it means you're teaching your own children how to beat their own spouses successfully. If it is okay for you in your neighborhood for a woman to beat her husband successfully, because it happens a lot, then it means you're teaching your children firsthand how to successfully, survive beating their spouses. And we are trying to build capacity of everybody to take a choice. You have mobile devices these days. don't do video. Video put you in trouble. Oh. Just record the audio you have and share the audio with Stockam.
Yes.
Share the audio with Stockam, and it is the perfectest evidence. And is it possible for you to report without exposing your identity? Yes, it is. Some people have said that they've reported before to law enforcement, and law enforcement expose their identities. There are so many not-for-profit organizations on standby that are willing to help you authenticate the thing. Tell us everything, give us everything, then let us do the legwork for you. That's what we exist to do, and we're happy to do all those things. So that's how it works. Don't forget, you cannot do anything if you don't know what the law says. A lot of people say, the man just vexed with the woman and she not cook food. Now the man say, oh, you carry your kaya come out. Not one time again. The man don't chase the wife come out for the house. Forced eviction from home is a crime known to law. Forced eviction, no, and even that thing, the person comes back home, you lock the person outside. You have your tenants. If you have
I never knew that.
If you have a tenant, you give your tenant due notice to leave peacefully. Let alone somebody who that is the only place the person knows the person can stay. And that's why it's a crime known to law, because it disrupts the person's human rights and the human abilities to live, or carry on with the person's lifestyle, successfully. It violates the person.
Okay,
and so this is just one.
Yes.
And if you didn't know this, then maybe you will not know the answer. 5K.
All right, so 5,000 to be won.
3 progressive laws that exist that fight against gender-based violence.
Once again, 3 progressive laws that exist that fight against gender-based violence. Get it and get 5,000 naira courtesy of Dorothy.
Jemaze
Foundation. Somebody's ready calling. I was about to open the phone lines. It's 09460.
If you get only one, you will pay me for the other 2. So that the person who will get the whole 3, the person's money will increase.
You better be careful, Asha.
Domestic Violence Act number 116 of 1998.
Okay.
Second one is Criminal Law, Sexual Offences and Related Matters, Act number 32 of 2007. And the last one is VAP Act, Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, was enacted in 2004.
45K?
Unfortunately, no. Because the first one is justiciable in Lagos State. The first ones are in Lagos State, actually. But we're in FCT, Abuja, things here. And then the VAP Act. Well, you're close with the VAP Act, I can tell you that.
So, Oreva, please look for the one that concerns all Nigeria. Thank you very much.
No, let's go with FCT.
FCT. Okay, FCT. All right.
FCT.
Look for that which concerns FCT.
Well, thank you so much for even attempting to answer the question. I mean, you tried.
Yes.
So, we're opening the phone lines to you for your contributions, questions, and reports from listeners. Yes, we still have with us Ms. Clark on the phone lines. We haven't forgotten you, ma'am.
Well, I'm very interested to hear. Dorothy, I've heard wonderful things about her. I'm sorry I haven't met her in person yet.
I am blushing.
Okay, so Ms. Clark, do you have anything else you want to include with what she has already said?
No, I just agree wholeheartedly. We need to act together and
okay.
Defend how it stands for.
All right, thank you very much. The number to call is 094600969 or 08099930174. Or you can send us a message on WhatsApp 08099920275. Once again, Ms. Dorothy, let them hear what you are giving away.
Yes, it's just 5,000 naira. I think I'm thinking Oreva really impressed me.
Yeah.
So whether or not people call in, Oreva, we already owe Oreva,
how much?
1,000 naira airtime. Yes.
Okay, we'll got the number.
I have Oreva number. I'll send it to you.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. Or rather, good evening. What's your name?
Mike Believing.
What? Okay, can you call me back? The network is really terrible. Please call me back, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Feel free to make your reports.
His name is Delivery.
I
didn't get the network was.
I thought I heard Delivery.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Labor must have been something.
I've heard names like Ocean. I've heard names like Ocean.
Ocean, yeah. Delivery, after 9 months labor.
Oh, wow. Hello. Please turn down the volume of your radio sets. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, okay. What's your name?
This is Smart calling from
Smile or Smart?
Yeah, Smart.
Smart. Okay, talk to us.
Yeah, so the laws are the BAP Act, the Penal Code, and Child Rights Act.
Okay, Ms. Dorothy.
Well, I talked about progressive laws for a reason, and there's a reason I said progressive laws. The two of the laws that were mentioned address the lapses of one of the laws that was mentioned. So thank you for your efforts. We appreciate that you called in. You sound really good. May God bless you.
And you owed him how much? 1,000. Oh, you're not.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Smart. But unfortunately, you do not get that money you're looking for.
Keep trying.
Keep trying. So we have just one more minute before I wrap this up. Anybody out there who wants to try to win this progressive laws, 3 of them that concern,
that address the issues around gender-based violence.
All right, it's 0946000969 or 08099301774. We have just about a minute to wrap this up. And then Uncle Joe, I think there's something you want to say.
Yeah, I think if you're not able to put a call across, you can also comment on our Facebook page, Talkam, which is live right now. You can just comment, and I hope if you comment within this program,
you may just
you get the answer, you may just win. So don't be discouraged if you cannot reach.
Okay, we have one more person here. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? What's your name?
Good evening. My name is David.
All right, David. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maraba.
All right, talk to us.
Shout out to Dorothy in the house.
Shout out to you too.
So we have the VAP Act,
Okay.
Yes.
which deals with gender-based violence. Then we have the just sorry, a second.
Say that
I have
again.
to read this from where I wrote it.
I said the second, please. Just out.
Oh, you're trying to check. You're trying to check the internet again, are you?
Google.
No, I'm not even checking the internet. It's off my head.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Keep opening the archives, my brother.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I said keep opening the
The
archives.
second one is
The second one is the
30 seconds
Why am I
more.
forgetting?
You have 10 more seconds.
Let's just go. Oh, let's just go. I can't remember this.
All right,
you
thank
tried.
you very
You
much.
did well.
So it's about time for us to wrap this up.
Okay.
Uncle Joe, I think you have something
Yeah,
to
so
say?
thank you so much for joining us on the Stockholm radio program. And remember what Dorothy has just said about gender-based
No, but
violence.
they have to know the laws now. It's only for
Okay,
the laws.
just
the laws
in
are
30 seconds.
Yes,
Ms.
the
Ego.
VAP Act is the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act.
That's the
And
one.
it's not against women, it's persons. It shows that the same thing that happens to women can
Also
also happen
happens
to
to
men.
men.
Yeah.
The second one is the Child's Rights Act.
Mhm.
And then the third one will be the Cyber Crimes Act, because the laws are perpetrated using the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, all these
Cyberbullying
cyberbullying,
stuff, yeah.
revenge pornography, all of that. Yeah.
I knew all of it now. Give my 5K.
Actually, in case you see this,
Next week, 5K be carried forward to next week.
Oh.
New question coming up next week.
that would be
Keep it.
amazing.
Yeah,
And
also.
Alright.
So in case you are living in your neighborhood, you are observing you are seeing gender-based violence and you're keeping quiet, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's not only those who perpetrate gender-based violence that are wrong. Even
Inside
those.
these laws, what to do with people? So if you help somebody, if you help to hide somebody that has perpetrated these laws, it means that you have committed a
Yeah,
crime.
Yeah.
And there's jail time for many people.
Yes.
There's jail time plus fine for many people. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You just go carry free seats, free accommodation inside jail.
Okay. So please, and don't forget, you can report with Talkam app. It's very easy. Don't give any excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go to Native. I can't go to police.
Yeah.
Just at your area, you can just use our Talkam app and report. You can also visit www.talkam.org. Report, and within the same day, we'll also respond to the case. We have so many organizations who are available to respond to any case that you report.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us here, Uncle Joe, Dorothy, and to you too, Miss Clark. We didn't forget you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for being patient with us. Once again, I'll say it like I said it earlier. You see no evil, you hear no evil, you say no evil,
then you are the evil. You are the evil.
All right, we'll see you again next week. Thank you, Miss Clark. You don't got the cover. Yeah, thank you. So,
can you do the jingle? I want to hear the jingle again.
Don't keep silent.
If you see human trafficking, talk up. If you keep silent, you are supporting human trafficking.
If you see gender-based violence, talk up. If you keep silent, you are supporting gender-based violence.
If you see child abuse, talk up. If you keep silent, you are supporting child abuse.